can't coach that way, but I got hit a lot too now.
But we were of a different fervor, makeup.
But I think it's where we came from too. I'll tell you a good story about that.
I think it's a different makeup that we had. That you better than me, or I'm gonna go here. Pumpkin seeds. Remember pumpkin seeds?
Of course.
The guy that used to come out with the pumpkin seeds, but he could play. You got the Converse, and I told you that guy made you want it, but he wanted it what you had, but you didn't understand what you had.
My junior year, we're at school stadium.
Mm-hmm. The old one.
The old school stadium. The one with the baseball field covering from the 30-yard line. And I still got the scars to prove.
And the steps that was yellowed off.
100%.
Okay.
We're at school stadium. We're playing playing field.
Really?
Yeah, because in '89,
playing field?
Well, let me explain to you, Poochie, because we got to educate people that are from Newark but don't understand now. In 1988, the Newark City League disbanded. It was no more. It was the
baseball
last year.
Too?
Everything, every sport disbanded in '88.
Okay.
It was the last 88 in football, 89 in all the other sports, because you know it's a calendar year.
Right.
Was the last year of the Newark City League the way we knew it growing up.
Right.
Ironically, I was on the football team at Eastside who won the last City League. We split it with Central.
With Kyle Moore now.
Kyle Moore. So, come 1990, we all got this burst. Us and Shabazz, Eastside and Shabazz, and Irvington. They weren't in the City League, but Irvington. We went into the Watch-On Conference.
Oh, y'all went there too.
Correct. And everybody went to different leagues. Barringer went to the NJIL. You know, so everybody went to a different area. We're playing playing field at school stadium. We run what seemed like about a 14-play drive where every play was a dive left and a dive right. And we were just getting 6 yards, 7 yards, 4 yards, 9 yards. We're matriculating down this field. We get down to the 4-yard line. But now by this time, the coaches at Plainfield are getting really smart, right? And now they got that line stacked. Play comes in from the sideline. 121 dive. I'm like,
wait, you got to tell me.
I'm quarterbacking.
I was going to say, you got to tell me your position.
Yeah, I'm quarterbacking. I said, man, this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. They have 9 in the box. This ain't going to work.
Yeah.
I said to my cousin, Jack, who's playing receiver, I said, hey, run a down and out. Run a down and out. I go, I fake it, I roll out, he's wide open, touchdown. I keep on running off the side. The band is playing. Everybody's having a good time. I get over to the sideline. Steven Sanford's our head coach.
I already know what's going to happen.
Steven Sanford's our head coach. Calls me over. He smacked me so hard, I was looking out the ear hole. So don't you ever change your play. Now, I say that to get to this point. Game ends. My father comes down from the stands, you know. My father's words to me were, what did you do? I said, what do you mean, what did I do? Why did Coach Sam hit you?
Yeah.
Never in his mind was,
my son,
my
you
son
don't do that.
Hit.
You don't do that. That's my son.
No. I said, well, no, because they called the play and I didn't think, why are you changing play? So that is.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, and so that is just a different time, and we grew up with the understanding that, you know, that was normal, that was okay.
You know, you speak of that there, and I'm going to take it a little further in the aspect that they gave us the tools to improvise, or as the old saying would go, do what I say, not as I do. And I'm laughing because you don't even have those initiatives now.
No, and look,
I mean, with the kids,
there were a lot of things. Yeah, and there were.
You have one maybe out of 20.
Poochie, there were a lot of things that went on that I didn't like. Also, as a player, so I obviously would never do them as a coach. And there are things that you just have to go with time and adjust. I I think I'm a player's coach, although I'm hard on my kids. I'm demanding.
Didn't you come up like that? Didn't you come up like that?
Yeah.
You were stern,
Yeah.
you're firm, and you're consistent.
Yeah.
But you're fair.
Yeah, I'm fair. I'm very fair.
But I'm going to give it to you
I
now.
think my biggest flaw as a coach is that I'm a little too honest.
That's what you came under.
I understand, but I know a lot of people don't like that.
Well,
but
doesn't that sharpen your iron? Iron sharpens iron?
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't. That's the one thing I can't. There's a lot of things that I've altered. Some of my former players come back now, and they're like, oh, you're soft. How come we couldn't get away with that? Blah, blah, blah. They all say that. The one thing I can't, the day I can't stop being honest, then I'm done.
Coaching.
I stop coaching. I'll be done. I'll be done. That's why I believe right now I coach in probably the only city in America that me, with my personality, the way that I am, that I can coach in. And that's, Hanover Park High School.
Well, I'm going to say this to you.
Great community.
And that's this here. What more than anything else really, really you thank your parents for, and that you've taken on as a characteristic in your coaching from your parents?
Devotion.
Explain. Because you're not dealing with biological or bloodline.
Listen, Poochie, I would run out of superlatives if I spoke about my parents.
Brother, I love you for that. And anyone that has a heart understands. So just go ahead and let it out. Because that's a beautiful thing to show love, not anger. Love for your mama and your father, your daddy and your mama.
My parents' devotion as parents.
To you?
To me.
To the kids or to you?
To me,
Okay.
to me. And my coach's devotion.
Oh.
To me.
But you give that.
But that's what's made, I believe, has made me a good coach.
What you're doing right now to your brother here,
yeah,
that's who you is.
Yeah, but
you can't harness
that. You asked
that.
me what's the one thing that taught me the most coaching? My parents' devotion. The fact that if they invested in having kids, so they devoted in finishing the job.
Are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm the youngest.
What?
Yeah.
So I can imagine the oldest.
Yeah.
That drive.
Yeah.
You see the bloodline? It goes back again to the last name.
So my sister, my mom had 3 kids before she married my dad, right?
Okay.
So I'm the product of a second marriage. Typical Hispanic,
You're the marriage product,
yeah,
just like I am.
And so's my sister, right?
Yeah.
But, my sister's the same way. My sister was supporting me in college, right? Giving me $20, $30.
Yeah.
Like that
$20. Oh, Lord, we're talking a whole
$20 in 1992 when I was in college she might as well been giving me $200.
Ooh, you're talking a whole nother time.
Pooch, it was, but yeah, I would tell you devotion, man. And I'm devoted to my players. I believe that I show them that I care.
Well, I'm going to say this to you.
Yeah.
And this is the closing of my show. No, your show. Devotion of meeting and knowing from my mother and father, and now knowing myself that in this world there are people like you that have a devotion to do well and to help others and not be self-centered, but have character to build people to be better than what they think they can be. That's my devotion to you, and I thank you for sharing that there, mostly with me and to our audience. And on that note, have devotion in what you do, because that's who you are, if that's who you is. And it will show. You cannot harness it. As I close every segment, before we can love all people, we must first love ourselves. And I thank Mr. Sergio Rodriguez. That's devotion.
I apologize, but
Hey
speaking
man,
about my
let me tell you
parents,
something.